Good morning, everybody. Glad you could join me this morning. This is Pastor JC from Crossroads. Glad you're here. I hope you're having a great morning. I know it may seem like just another day inside doing nothing, but the reality is you can make the most of this day. You can make this day great. And so I want to encourage you today to step beyond the mediocrity and find some way, somehow, to make this day different from all the others, to make it great, to make it your best day ever. And I know there will be some that will be jumping on in just a few minutes to join us, but I had a passage of scripture this morning that was part of my devotional, and I want to share it with you today. It's Psalm chapter 139, and I'm going to read through the whole psalm. So just listen as I read through this psalm and let it speak to your heart. Let it speak comfort to your soul. The psalmist David wrote this, and he said, "O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know my sitting down and my rising up. You understand my thoughts afar off. You comprehend my path and my lying down, and are acquainted with all my ways. For there is not a word on my tongue, but behold, O Lord, you know it already, altogether. You have hedged me behind and before, and you have laid your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high. I cannot attain it." Listen to this. "Where can I go from your spirit, O Lord? Or where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend into heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall fall upon me, even the night will be light about me. Indeed, the darkness shall not hide from you, but the night shines as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to you. For you formed my inward parts. You covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, and that my soul knows very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in secret and skillfully wrought in the lowest parts of the earth. Your eyes saw my substance, yet being unformed. And in your book they all were written, the days fashioned for me, when as yet there were none of them. How precious also are your thoughts to me, O God. How great is the sum of them. If I should count them, they would be more in number than the sand, and when I awake, I am still with you. Oh, that you would slay the wicked, O God. Depart from me, therefore, you bloodthirsty men, for they speak against you wickedly. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my anxieties, and see if there is any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting." I love this passage of scripture because it reminds us who we are in God, and that God knew us before we were ever even born. At the moment of conception, God knew who we were and who we would be, and he had laid out our days before us. Another portion of scripture says he knows the days that are numbered for you. He knows the very hairs on your head. And I love the way the psalmist puts it when he says, "How precious are your thoughts to me, O God." Did you know that you are in God's thoughts every day? He sees you. He knows what you're going through. He knows every struggle. He knows every difficulty. He knows every joy and every victory. He's there with you at every moment of your life. There is nothing in your life that escapes God's attention. And so while many of us may have been blindsided by the pandemic that seems to be upon our world, it hasn't shaken God. It hasn't changed who God is. He still loves you. He still cares for you. He's still thinking about you. And there's nowhere you can go to escape his presence. He is what the Bible calls omnipresence. He is everywhere all the time. In our finite minds, we can't comprehend that, because for us, we're here right now in this moment. That's all we really have. But for God, he is everywhere all the time. He is watching. He is always alert, and he is always ministering to the needs of his people. And so I want you to know that there's nothing in your life that's hidden from God. There's nothing in your life that escapes his attention. He knows exactly what you're going through, so you can trust him for every moment. He knit you together in your mother's womb. He is the one who created and fashioned you into the individual you are right now. And this day belongs to him. This is the day that he has made. And we can choose to rejoice in it, or we can choose to just wallow in it. And today I choose to rejoice because I know my Redeemer lives. Today I choose to rejoice because even though there may be a stay-at-home order, I know that God is still in my home and God is with me and he has not forgotten me. So rest in that. Find your hope in that. Find your joy in that. Know that I'm praying for you today. I love you. And if you have anything that you need, feel free to reach out to me. God bless.